So Adile,
Hey.
what's the hardest thing about having goals?
The hardest thing about having goals, I think, is having to pursue them. Goals are one of the things that you can't unknow and can't unlearn. And once you get something stuck in your head, you begin to drive towards that incessantly, no matter what gets in your way. And I think sometimes that is the hardest thing is having them. Full stop.
So Adile, what is
Yes.
success to you?
Success. Success is many things. I think there is financial success where you have reached a level of comfort where you can look after yourself and don't need to depend on anyone. But also, success comes in the form of family and relationships. I think you can't actually have success in life unless you have successful relationships with the people around you. Successful and meaningful relationships is a huge part of success.
How has your Philo-Albanian ethnicity shaped you?
My Filipino-Albanian ethnicity has shaped me in the sense that I've gotten the best of both worlds where, I've really tapped into the cultural and traditional influences from both sides. Being raised in a primarily Filipino community, I really took on a lot of the cultural values that we hold. And so there's a lot of things about the way that I interact with people and, what I will and won't do based on those traditions, really.
Okay, so how do you differentiate between a realistic dream or a realistic goal and being naive and overly optimistic?
At the risk of sounding naive and overly optimistic, I actually believe that anything is possible. And if you just put it out there, then anyone can do anything provided that they do the legwork. I mean, given to be fair, if you're 5'5" and have dreams of being a supermodel, you may not become the Victoria's Secret model that you want, but hey, you might be able to find a niche that's relative and relevant to you. So I actually don't believe in putting parameters in as such as, what's realistic for you versus what's a realistic dream in general. I think anyone can do anything. It's just about the work that you want and how bad you actually want this dream.
What is one instant or one thing that has changed your life?
One thing that has changed my life.
And made it for the better. You actually saw the best thing out of it.
Well, this is an easy one. This is obvious. Having a child, being a parent, that was the second that pregnancy test came up positive, my entire life changed, and for the better, because something that I first initially thought that would have been such a negative hindrance on my life has actually turned out to be such a beautiful, motivating factor in my life that has led me to achieve things that people my age couldn't dream of achieving or have wanted to strive to achieve but just have missed the mark. Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this. I mean, within 10 years, you have this beautiful little human being that grew up. It was just him, his identification, your footprint in his life. And in 10 years, most of us can just look back and say, oh, I've just traveled to this many places and just had this many careers. You don't actually see something fall in front of you the way you have.
No, absolutely not. And the beauty of it as well is that I can tick off both those things.
Yes, you can.